Hello everybody and welcome back to another journaling video, which I am super excited about. So today I'm going to be doing my mid-year flip through for my 2023 reading journal. So if you guys are curious, my journal is from Notebook Therapy. I'm not sure what the style is, but I will link it down below. And I do believe this is in their original style, which is a bit smaller than like my last journal that I had, which was initially an accident, but I actually grew to kind of like this smaller size, and I ordered my next journal in this size as well. But this is a bit smaller than I think a lot of journals are that people use, so wanted to put that out there. But I ended up really loving it, and I hope you guys are excited for the flip through, so let's just get into it. All right, I think we know what time it is. It's time to set the ambiance with the same candle that I always use, and maybe this one. I have no idea how this is gonna look, so we're gonna try it. How does that look? Does it look weird? Yeah, I've decided it looks weird. Welcome to the first half of my flip through for my 2023 reading journal. I'm really excited to show you guys what I've done so far this year. This will just be everything that I've done in my journal from January through about June. I'm not 100% finished with my June spreads, but I wanted to film this video now. So they're like halfway done, and that's fine. So we are just going to get into the flip through. Hope you guys enjoyed. So just to start off here, I do have the title page. I have a flip through that I did last December of the first part of this journal if you want to check it out, but let us flip to the beginning of 2023, and here's just my title page. So moving on. First of all, we have my bookshelves, which are indeed almost filled up. I put exactly 100 books on this, and I don't think this is completely up to date because I think I'm at like 98 or something. So very close to hitting the 100 mark. We can all thank my 40 volumes of Yone of the Dawn for that achievement. But I just really like how the color palette ended up. I think they all work really well together, and each of these colors corresponds to a different type of format in which I read the book. For a quick rundown, yellow is for ebooks, this kind of like purpley color is for my physical books, pink is for audiobooks, and green is for library books. Goal for the second half of this year is to have more library books on my spread, but I feel like this is pretty decent, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next we have my series tracker, which I definitely think is going well. I'm really hoping I can like start these two series that I haven't started yet, but I do have a new stipulation for my series tracker, and that's that I'm gonna wait until I decide that I'm gonna like continue the series before I put it on here, which I know sounds stupid, but I put Kingkiller Chronicles on here, and I read The Name of the Wind, and I didn't love it, so I'm not gonna continue the series, but this is just here. And like how am I can't fill it in, but that's, you know, learning curve. We figure things out. Then we have my reading goal spread. As we can see, I've read 98 books, which I'm so excited about. And we do have my goals, which I don't really know if I'm flopping at them yet. I have not read a single book that is over 1,000 pages, but I'm hoping I can read Oathbringer soon, but we'll see. I've read one classic, so there's something. And I think I'm doing a good job of reading more high fantasy, but I need to probably wait until the end of the year until I really decide if I have fulfilled that or not. Then we have, a blank page. Some of these get stuck together down here, but it's fine. Then we have my favorite books of every month spread. All of these are absolutely stunning. Like looking at this page makes me so happy because I just love all of these books so much. I have like so many contenders for June. Honestly, I'm a little scared to try and like pick one because I read Half a Soul this month, loved it. Divine Rivals this month, loved it. I'm in the middle of Fourth Wing right now, loved it. So I'm like, what? I can't have a three-way tie. I'm gonna have to choose, and it's gonna be a really harrowing experience. But the rest of these are stunning, and I love them. Then we just have my first page of books read, not too much to say. Then we have my yearly TBR and my new releases spread. I've read 3 out of the 10 books that are on this list, which is not great. But in my defense, 2 of these haven't come out yet, so it'll be fun. I'll work on it. Don't worry about me, guys. And then we have just my new releases spread, although some of these got moved, and I have not figured out yet what I'm gonna do when release dates get moved, but figure that out some other time. And then we have my Sanderson book tracker. I don't know how I feel about this spread anymore, to be honest. Also, I don't think I'm gonna read Era 2 of Mistborn. Like, after reading Mistborn Era 1, I definitely really liked it, but I just don't think I would like Era 2, and from what I've heard, like, some people say about it, it doesn't really seem like my kind of vibe for a fantasy series, but the rest of these I definitely do plan on attempting to read some more of, so hopefully some of these stars will be filled in soon. Then we have my other yearly TBR because I wanted to make a spread with like book covers and just have more room to talk about things. what am I at? Less than 50%, and we're halfway through the year, which is not great, but I'm not like too far off. And I'm planning on reading Dowry of Blood soon. I'm planning on reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone hopefully soon, and I'm definitely planning on reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder soon. So hopefully I will knock some of these books off the list in July. Then we have my first kind of monthly layout. This is kind of how a lot of them are laid out because I think this format works really well. I did not do one for January though. I think I did all like these initial pages at the beginning of January, and I was like, you know what? I'm good on journaling for a while. But in February, I picked it up again and I did this little like heart tea set kind of theme because I really like drawing this little teapot right here. And I love this theme, honestly, so much. Like, I have so many themes that I absolutely love that I've done so far this year, and I'm really excited to show you guys some of them. Let's see what some of the stats are looking like. Okay, this is when I read A Curious Beginning. Absolutely stunning. This is also when I read Chain of Thorns. A little disappointing, but I feel like I kind of had to put it on my fave book, so it's fine. But I read so many good books in February, and I love this spread. Then I did a little January wrap-up, which I also really like how this turned out, and I'd like to do more things like this because it's very simple, black and white, but I was able to kind of write more about each book, which was fun. I like the little butterflies. I just really like this. It's very simple, but effective. Then we have another blank page. This is my May spread. I went for a little like daisy theme, which I also, okay, I'm gonna say this about like every single theme that I do, but I just really like all the themes that I've done, like for my monthly spreads in this journal, so I'm sorry in advance. But I feel like I read so many good books in March. My favorite one was A Dangerous Collaboration. We all know how I feel about the 4th book in the Veronica Speedwell series. Absolutely stunning. I loved it. Then we just have more books read in 2023. Lots of good things. And then we have my little spread that I did for Cass's 21st birthday when I went down to Texas to see her. We did like a little scavenger hunt situation, which was so fun, and her dad like made these little invitations, so I cut out one of those and like doodled on it. I also just have really good memories doing this spread because me and Cass sat down and watched Shadowhunters while we both made spreads for her birthday, and it was just so fun. And I miss Cass. Oh, then we have my spring TBR, which you're all gonna be shocked. Kind of flopped, but I really like how the spread turned out. I have this like little strawberry washi tape, which I think is really fun, and little strawberry stickers. So even though I didn't do a great, actually, how many of these have I read? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 10. Okay, that's 40%. We won't talk about it. This is the spread that I made when I hit 40,000 subscribers, which is just honestly insane, but I love making spreads for when I hit milestones, just so I can kind of see what my thoughts were at that point in time. I also like to write down what some of my favorite videos were in like the time between the last time I hit a milestone, if that makes sense. So these are some of my faves, and just thank you guys again so much for being here. I love you guys so much. So the fact that I can even make the spread is amazing. This is also post Daiso, meaning I went to Daiso once. For the first time, I bought so many stickers. So like from here on out, like any cute stickers you see are probably from Daiso. Like these and that. Not the washi tape though. That's from Michael's, if anybody wants to know. This is just my little April setup. Again, I have these cute little bear stickers from Daiso, and I'm obsessed with these. Like, they are so cute. Like this little raccoon guy with the orange, like I would die for him. Like, he is just so precious. And I love him so much. But overall, let's see, what are we? Oh, April is when I picked up Yona, which is why my favorite book literally just says any volume of Yona. And I didn't have a least favorite book. Honestly, stunning reading month in April, mainly because I read 20 volumes of Yona of the Dawn. But moving on, we just have another book covers page also. When Cass came to visit me last September, she decided to write this here randomly. I literally found it like 3 months later, and I was like, you little sneak. But obviously I had to preserve it and make some room for it, and I really like it, actually. Don't tell her that though, because then she might deface my journals in the future. Another blank page, moving on. I have my April annex because I just read too many books in April, you know? And then next door, we just have a little spread for me completing my Goodreads goal for the year, which is really exciting. Wrote down some of my favorite books so far, and I really like how these interact, if that makes sense, because I like how they kind of mirror each other, even though they don't necessarily go together, if that makes sense, but I really like this. Then we just have another spread of book covers. Here we have, okay, this is my May title page, and honestly, like, I am so proud of this, I cannot lie. Let me set the scene. It was the afternoon after I finished my very last undergrad exam. And I was like, what am I gonna do? And I've been wanting to attempt to draw Howl's Moving Castle for the longest time. And I'm not necessarily great at like actually drawing, so I was a little hesitant to actually attempt to do all of this because this is very involved. There are a lot of little pieces in here and this took me forever. I remember I sat down that afternoon and I kind of just started sketching it out. I was listening to my audiobook for Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and it took me like a day. I finished the entire audiobook, which was so like, it was perfect for this because I kind of just got lost in doing this, and then I was lost in the story because it was like really spooky and just really fun, and I just had the best time making this spread and drawing this. So I think my May one might have to be my favorite theme. Then we just have more books that I read in May and my Ghibli checklist. I realized, you know, I love Ghibli movies, but I have not read a lot of them. So I'm making it my goal for the year to watch 5 new ones. And so far I've only watched 1, okay? I'm gonna get into it, don't mind me. We have more book covers. I saw this thing where somebody was like ripping the top of their washi tape to kind of get this cool effect on it. And I really liked how it looks, and I'm gonna start doing this more, but this was like my first attempt, and I'm a big fan. Then we have, obviously, my Yona of the Dawn spread. It had to happen, it really had to happen. When I was reading the manga on my iPad, every time I saw a panel that I liked, I just ended up screenshotting it because I knew I wanted to make a Yona of the Dawn spread at some point in time. And this is where all of those went. I have some of my favorite book covers here, and I just wrote a little bit about it, and yeah. Then we have my June spread. I kind of went for like a memo post-it note kind of look to it. And I like how it turned out. Like, these rainbow butterfly stickers are so cute. I found them at a random scrapbook shop and I'm obsessed. And I love all of the colors on this spread. Normally I don't do things this colorful, but I felt with all of these butterflies, I had to match their energy. And I just really like how this spread turned out. Then we have another blank page. The next spread that I have here is a spread that I've been meaning to do for the longest time. Originally, I did one directly after I finished the series because, you know, my favorite series of all time. Obviously, I had to have a little journal spread, but I hated it. And I was like, I don't want to look at it, get it away from me. So I've been meaning to redo it for the longest time. So here is my Infernal Devices spread, friends. I found these little like metal gears, like these are very 3D, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put these in my journal. How am I gonna stick them on? Is it gonna be too bulky? But I knew for the Infernal Devices, I had to put the gears on them. I love like the steampunk vibe of the Infernal Devices, so I wanted to kind of bring that in here, and I just really ended up liking how it turned out. I was so excited when I finished this. And I just like put the book covers here. I have one of my favorite quotes. Oh, it says, "You are not the last dream of my soul, you are the first dream." And I could talk about it a lot. Okay. And I just really like how this spread turned out, and I'm so happy that I finally have a journal spread for my favorite series that I don't hate looking at. You know how it is. And then what's here? Oh, okay. So I wanted to do a read versus bought little thing going over here. I haven't filled it out for April or May yet because I have not tallied up the amount of books I bought. But honestly, I think I'm doing pretty good because like for the most part, they're either equal or bought is less than read, which is always my goal for the month. And I know I did not buy 31 books in April. So I think that one's gonna be good too. And I just kind of want to keep myself in check a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then this page, I really didn't know what to do with, but as I was reading more Yona of the Dawn, I saw this panel. It was like a little extra thing that the manga creator did like at the very end, where one of the characters is meeting Ao, this little squirrel that he's always with, and I thought it was so cute, so I wanted to print it out and put it in here. And then, is this the last spread? I think this might be the last spread that I have done in here. I just have more books read. I did more of that like Ruby washi tape type of situation. I have a few spreads left in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them just yet, but we'll see. And I will definitely show you in my my flip through at the end of the year. So that's everything. That is the entirety of what I've done so far in the first 6 months of the year. So I'm gonna hand it back to me in the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. So there we have it. That was my flip through. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I love filming flip throughs. Like, they are my favorite journaling content to do. Like, filming me actually doing the spreads, I don't love. Like sometimes it's kind of fun, but sometimes it's not. But like actually being able to show you guys like the finished product of a journal, and like it's so just like thick, and I love it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want some more journaling content, I do have other videos on this channel that you can just like watch. But I did recently start a Patreon where for my highest tier I do journaling content every other month. So if you're interested in that, it will be linked below. But there's like also some other fun stuff on there as well if you want to check it out. If you don't, all good. So before I ramble any longer, I'm going to go. If you guys did enjoy, please do let me know down in the comments. Do you guys have a reading journal? Have you started one this year? Or if you don't have a reading journal, literally just tell me literally anything you want to tell me. I'm all ears. I love reading your comments. And now I'm gonna go. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. I don't know why I just waved with my journal on.